Well, I'm just over here at the ILWU 142 Hawaiian Congress. It's a fantastic event. The most disturbing news I've heard in 50 years is around what's happening with the Labour government in cooperation with the ACTU and the leaders of the ACTU to basically get rid of one of the most active, strategic militant unions in the country, the CFMEU. Well, the Labour government, with Albanese's blessing, has came in with the administrators to the union, took over their funds, took over the assets, sacked the elected union officials, not only in one state of Melbourne but all around the country. And now they've seen some weeks later that there is no corruption, there is no impropriety in Adelaide, and they've sacked these people with no recourse. Anyone that speaks out, they will sack them as well. I've never seen anything like it or heard anything like it in the 160 odd years of existence for the CFMEU. It is the most powerful union in the country. Why are they doing this? Well, they say there's corruption and there's infiltration of bikies. Well, if there is, deal with that. But you don't disband the whole union all around this country. And the most powerful union in this country for working class men and women. So I say to Albanese, you're wrong. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, Sally McManus, what you have been involved in to disrupt, to get rid of a union that has had 160 years of history helping workers, and you should hang your heads in shame.
Good day, brothers and sisters. This is ILWU President Willie Adams, and a big aloha as I am here in Hawaii as we are celebrating the 30th convention of ILWU Local 142 State Convention. I want to say a special shout out to Brother Zach Smith, the new CFMEU General Secretary. To my good friend and brother, John Sitka, and to the executive, John, I wish you well, and to the executive who was fired for no reason because the government decided to pass judgment without having all the facts. It's pretty clear to me they got the wrong pig by the ear. I was in Australia in April at the Maritime Union of Australia's convention. And at that convention, that night, your Prime Minister, Mr. Albanese, I sat at his table, and he spoke. And he said he made a commitment to everyone in that room that he had the heart, the backs of all working people throughout Australia. And now it has come to our attention here in the United States that the whole executive, officers, organizers, people were fired, and the government has intervened. It is no different than what Margaret Thatcher did in Great Britain or what President Ronald Reagan did in the 1980s when he fired all the air traffic controllers. It's a very, very sad day in Australian history, but I will tell the brothers and sisters of the CFMEU construction, your day of reckoning will come. You are on the right side of this. Be strong, hang tight. Know that the ILWU and unions throughout the world, because we're working people and we're solid, we stand with you in international, militant, global solidarity. I want to reach out to my brothers and sisters from the Maritime Union of Australia. You're up against Cube again. We stood with you before, and we will stand with you in solidarity as you take on Cube. You would think we know that these employers don't care about us, but the government is acting just like the employers. The government's supposed to be for the people. Employers are about greed. The more money they make, the more money they want to take away. And all Australian workers are asking for the Maritime Union of Australia is a fair go and to be treated with dignity and respect. I want to give a shout out in international solidarity and support here in the United States. President Harold Daggett, Executive Vice President Dennis Daggett, and their negotiating committee is fighting for a fair contract, so we stand in solidarity with the IOLA. In closing, know that you do not walk alone. Just remember, elections have consequences. Remember those that walk with you and those that have turned their backs on you. It has been once said, cowards die many deaths, the brave only one. An injury to one is an injury to all. Long live the mighty and the militant and the CFMEU construction.
Get up, stand up for your right.